Okay, now we're going to work on pages 9 and 10. And on page 9, first one we're going to do is write the point-slope form of an equation of each line given the slope and the y-intercept. So they want the point-slope form. So the point-slope form is y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. For number 1, they give us a slope of negative 7/3 and a y-intercept of negative 2. Now, you may think, well, I need a point. They gave me a slope, but they didn't give me a point. But actually, when they give you the y-intercept, they're really giving you a point. The y-intercept is at the point 0, negative 2. So they are indeed giving you a point and a slope. So we make this x sub 1, y sub 1, and we just say y plus 2, remember minus negative 2, equals negative 7/3 times x minus 0. You could also write it as y plus 2 equals negative 7/3 x because of the 0. Okay, so that's the first one. Then we're going to look at number 5. And it says write the point-slope form of the equation of each line. Okay, so for this, we look at, let's do number 5. And number 5, if I look at the graph, I have to look at the graph to come up with the points. So the point is negative 3, negative 1 is 1 point. The other point is 0, negative 4. So now I could find the slope either by counting or by the slope formula. If I count, I go down 3, which is negative 3, and to the right 3, which is positive 3. So by counting, I get negative 3 over 3, which is negative 1. Let's see if I get the same slope using the slope formula. Negative 4 minus negative 1 is plus 1, and 0 minus negative 3 is plus 3. And I get negative 3 over 3, which is negative 1. So now I could have two equations in point-slope form. I could use this point, in which case I get y plus 1 minus a negative is plus equals negative 1 times x plus 3. Or I could use this point and I get y plus 4 equals negative 1, and I can write x plus 0, x minus 0. I could just write negative 1x. Okay? Now, let's look at the next page, and we'll do number 9. So now we're on page 10, number 9. And it goes through the point 5, negative 2, and has a slope of negative 2. So I make this x sub 1, y sub 1. I say y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. Now I just plug in what I know. Y minus negative 2 is plus 2 equals negative 2, and x minus 5, x sub 1. Okay, now number 15 on page 10 is a little different, because number 15 gives you 2 points. Now if you're given 2 points, you're not given the slope, you have to calculate the slope. So we just calculate the slope. We do m equals 3 minus negative 4 over 0 minus 5. This becomes 3 plus 4. So the slope is negative 7/5. So I write m equals negative 7/5. And now I pick a point. So I'm going to pick this point. And I write y plus 4 equals negative 7/5 times x minus 5. Now if I had picked the other point, I'd say y minus 3 equals negative 7/5 times x minus 0. Okay? So that's it for page 9 and 10.